And that's really the whole business.
Yeah.
If you know how to get leads, how to get appointments, how to take listings, that's it. There's no other secret. All right. So we're going to break it down into 3 areas. And they're all kind of interconnected, but the foundation of it all, exactly like you said, is mindset.
Yeah.
That really is the core. Because your fuel comes from the mindset. Your focus comes from the mindset. Your desire, your drive, your discipline is all fueled by mindset.
Yeah.
You cannot run this business long-term on discipline. Like, I'm going to push myself. I'm going to force. Yeah. That's good if you just need to get off the hump. Like this morning, I had to go to a class at 7:30, workout class.
Yeah.
And I needed a little, that little, let's go.
Yeah.
It was nice and cozy in the bed. I have a gorgeous wife next to me. It's kind of drizzly, shitty weather outside. Very easy to say, fuck it. But long-term, you need to have the head straight. So here is what works for me. Everybody hits this cycle because not just the business and the market is cyclical. We are as well. There's a time we're just cranking. Remember when you're like, I'm fucking stoppable?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Like you're crushing it like a fucking T-34 tank. You just, and there are times when nothing goes right. You feel like you're driving with your handbrake on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, correct. You're dead on.
It's the cycles. So number one, just be okay with it. That's just how life is. So you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're doing things right.
Yeah.
Okay? That's number one.
Right.
Here is what works for me. I have to, once in a while, get very clear. Why am I really doing this? Because you already know it's not about the money. The $250,000, yeah, I mean, it's nice, but that's not the end goal. That's the vehicle that will get you to whatever you want to get.
Yeah.
And I have to do this exercise. I like to do it every 3-4 months. Just to kind of take my pulse business-wise. What matters? Where am I going? And that's what I call the big-ass why. And very often when you feel like you're kind of in a rut and you're still going through the motion, but the heart is not there, the fire is not there, you lose the edge. It is not because of the edge, it's because the why got kind of cluttered, muddied.
Yeah.
Or it became less important, which happens. There was a time, dude, when having a fanciest, fastest, most expensive sports car was the biggest dream I ever had.
Yeah.
Until you get one.
Goodness.
And you're like, all right, it's fun. It's a toy. I love it. I still love my Benz, don't get me wrong. But the juice is not there anymore. If I set a goal to get a new car right now, I'd be like, nah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Priorities change, things shift. Now, for me, it was kids. Having a family, that was a big shift. Now, for somebody else, it doesn't matter. It can be a beautiful house. It can be a car. It can be a Rolex, whatever. There is no wrong thing. And by thing, I mean way more than just objects. Make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So here is my recommendation. We live on a lake. I like to spend some time on the water. You're in Diamond Bar. You can be in beautiful beach in no time. Spend a day doing nothing, just thinking, what is it that I really want? Not how am I going to get there, not the means, the finish line.
Yeah.
What's at the end of the rainbow for you? Like I do this exercise every day. I recommend you start doing it. I spent maybe 5 minutes a day writing down all these things. I have a big leather-bound book. It was a gift from my lovely wife. And I get up in the morning very early and I just write. And whether it's today, this week, this month, this year, my life, doesn't matter. It is the juice I'm looking for. So the timeline is not important. It is the importance and significance of those goals. Get clear, what is it that you want to get out of it? Right now, this week, this month, this year, this life.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, you can have it any way you want to. It's already lined up. It's already set up. This universe is set up for us to win. And the only reason we don't is because of the mindset. And the mindset starts with, be clear. Ask for what you want. I'm not a religious guy, you know me. But even in the Bible it says, ask, and it is given. And the reason it is not given because you're not asking clearly what you want. So be as bold, be as passionate, have as much fun with it as you possibly can. Grab a notepad. Go to, I don't know, what's a nice beach? Where do you like to hang out? Or go to the mountains. That's even good. But water is a conducive energy medium.
Okay.
Big body of water, somehow, I don't want to get into this new age airy-fairy bullshit, but there's something about it.
Yeah.
So where do you go?
For the beach, I honestly, like you said, I don't really like the beach too often. I like the mountains more. But if I
Is there
had
a lake? Can you go like to Big Bear?
yeah, Big Bear's literally an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
But if I had to go to a beach, it'd probably be like Laguna, somewhere out there.
Doesn't matter. Find a body of water where you feel comfortable. Go to Big Bear. Rent one of those little electric boats.
Yeah.
Just put around the water, have a good time, and really allow your mind, just relax off the business, no phone, no bullshit. Just be present and let the universe inspire you what's in the store for you, because there's plenty. You and I met by design. That was meant to happen. There are no coincidences. And I feel that's at least my impression that you want some cool big things.
Yeah.
That go way beyond fancy cars and nice Armani suits. Nothing wrong with those. I got some, so I'm not judging. I'm just saying. Am I right?
Yeah, of course. I've never really, I deal with a lot of people with wealth. I work in Yorba Linda. So Yorba Linda has, we have some of the largest homes in North Orange County. And then recently too, I started working with the top agent of North Orange County. She's been the #1 top agent of North OC for the past 12 years. So she's like, hey, listen, I can't take these leads from Zillow anymore. I'm going to put your number on there. So now the leads are straight coming to me, and I pay her a small referral fee.
Awesome.
And I don't even have to pay for that. So she just expects me to be dressed very presentable because, appointments can happen real quick. For a person that wants to look at a $1 million or $2 million house, it happens real quick, or vice versa. You can meet a seller in that price range real quick in Yorba Linda. So, but I don't really care for fancy things. That's me. Or if you
but there's got to be something. I hear you, and that's cool. I'm not into clothes that much either. Although lately, Hannah, my wife, she usually does my stuff. So, I wear it. I like it. But I'm like, oh, Saturday, let's go shopping. No.
Yeah. No.
But figure it out. What fires you up? What will this $250,000, $500,000, $1 million or more really provide for you? What kind of travel and freedom and lifestyle you can have for yourself or other people who matter to you?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who it is. But I'm sure there is somebody in your life that matters.
Correct.
Who you can contribute to. I'm not just like, hey, here's 10 grand or something, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying completely.
Allow dreaming big. Give yourself an opportunity and the freedom to say, anything I want, fuck, yeah, I want this, and I would like to go here, and I would like to do this, and I would like to go to Machu Picchu, and I would like to meet this guy, and I would like to go to this workshop, and that kind of stuff. Like one of my things was for Hannah and I to go do Unleash the Power Within with Tony Robbins. And my dream was to do it together. I did it a long time ago by myself. And once I married her, I thought this would be kind of a cool experience to go through together. It was awesome. We made it a big trip. We went to San Jose, and then we made the wine country trip. We went through Napa and Russian River Valley. It was awesome. Stuff like that.
All right.
Start with that. So pick a day where there'll be no real estate. You're going to go, put some music on if you want, something that inspires you, and just write it out.
All right.
That is by far the most important thing I'm going to give you today.
All right.
It doesn't seem that way, but trust me, a lot will be discovered there. A lot will open up for you.
Okay.
Groovy?
Yeah.
So start there. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to put together a simple roadmap. You already probably have a rough draft of how am I going to get to my 20 deals. So first we're going to have, what is it that I want? Why does it matter to me? How am I going to get there? And then we're going to figure out when.
Okay.
In that sequence.
All right.
It's the how and when that fucks people up.
All right.
They start there. That's the last thing we worry about because when will determine the how.
Yeah. And I get it. I've been in real estate for a while now, so I get it. It doesn't happen overnight sometimes. Honestly, to start making the money I was, 4 or 5 years ago, I know it takes at least a good couple of years. Let's be honest.
Yes.
So, consistent, constant. It takes a couple of years, but
you have enough momentum built, so it's not going to take you nowhere near. It's going to take you weeks.
Yeah.
To rebuild the momentum, but you need the fuel.
Okay.
The dream list, for the lack of a better word, will get you there. That will charge you up. Yeah. Don't finish until you feel really excited, sense of hope, sense of expectation, sense of passion. Don't finish. The list must be so fucking exciting. You're like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm already thinking about it in my head. Yeah.
You probably already have some ideas, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is great. That's where we want to be. So that's step one. Step two is you're going to come up with a roadmap, a plan. And you're going to break it down into LAL. How am I going to get my leads? How am I going to get my appointments? How am I going to get my listings? So the funnels you have are great. You should have core funnels. Expired's awesome. Work them daily, new and old. Work your sphere. That's a gold mine right now.
Yeah.
Half of your deals, half of those 20 can be referrals. Just do them diligently, consistently, keep in touch. They need to know who you are, what you do, how to get in touch with you, and why you can be trusted. 12 years in a business, that's easy.
Yeah, I got a lot of people,
They need to know all about you. But here's the cool part. They need to know you as a person before they want to know you as a real estate agent.
Okay.
That's why social media right now is crushing it. Crushing it, because it gives your past clients, your sphere, your friends, your neighbors, everybody an opportunity to take a glimpse of who you are and what your life is like. That's where the connection is made.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So you're going to set up funnels. I want you to have at least 4 good lead generation funnels focused strictly on sellers. So they can be expireds. You don't have many FSBOs, right?
I don't really do FSBOs. I think they just take a little too long,
Do you have them in your area?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, dude, then start working them immediately. And that's a gold mine. Are you fucking kidding me? 70% for sell by owners end up listing with an agent.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's actually one down the street from me, like 4 blocks away.
Louis, hear me on this. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. These people need help, and majority of them list with a good agent. In my opinion, you're a good agent.
Okay.
Work FSBOs. You already have people who want to sell.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. So you have expireds, you have FSBOs, you have referrals, and then you add a 4th funnel. Whatever is working for you, wherever is generating business already, do that. Yeah. Running Facebook ads, great, do more. Direct mail, open houses can be a fantastic source of business.
Like I said, I do open houses. I've only taken off, I have my little list how many open houses I do. I've only taken off 2 days since the beginning of the year, and that's pretty simple. I mean, I have a company that sets up open house signs, so I just literally house, it's like they put them up, they take them down, and I don't deal with
What is your average number of people that come through, groups that come through?
Lately it's been, because of the football games, it died down to like 1 group, but I've been tracking it. Typically it's about 10.
10 is not bad. You want to bring it up to 20, because out of 20, about 10% will be good leads worth working.
Okay.
So 2 is what you want to, and that's a good productive open house. Good. So you do an open house. You're set. That's all you need. That's your 20 deals right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, next thing I'm going to give you, I was taking notes as you were speaking, is you're going to take 1 full day off every week. That means you go completely offline. And I'll show you how you're going to set it up, of course. So that it doesn't cost you business.
I take days off, but I'm not really off. I'm still...
And that's where the fucking burnout comes from.
I'm still
because mentally, you're still doing real estate.
Yeah. So I'll book appointments. I'll book appointments on my day off. And then after that, it's only 1 hour appointment, but still I'm like, all right, I got to go do that. Come back. Like,
that's where the burnout comes from. It's like an electric car. You're driving the fucker 120 miles an hour, and you don't give it time and opportunity to recharge.
Yeah.
And you're driving it again, and now you're running on empty.
Okay.
1 full day off. That means there are no phone calls returned, no text returned. Preferably you have a business phone and a personal phone.
Yeah.
You leave the business phone off. Now I'll show you how we'll set it up. So if somebody does try to get a hold of you, there is a way, but they don't get a hold of you. They just, I'll give you an example. I have a really good attorney here in Virginia. Phenomenal. She charges $420 an hour, makes millions of dollars. She's very wealthy, runs the firm. I could never get hold of her on Sunday. I wouldn't even expect it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
That's like, so if she's making, I don't know, a couple $1 million a year and can take a day off, trust me, so can you.
All right. Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Sunday is our family day. This Sunday we're going, there's a big motorcycle show in town. So the whole family is going. We're going to look at motorcycles and lunch. It's going to be fun. That's our day off. I don't answer emails. I don't do anything. The only exception I do, because I enjoy it, is post on social media just to share, hey, we're having fun. Okay? 1 full day off. No checking email, no phone calls, no nothing. It has nothing to do with real estate. That's a day for you. Go hike. Go meet friends. Go get drunk. Go hang out. Exercise. Whatever pleases you, that's your day.
Yeah. All right.
Done?
Got it, man.
You commit.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Put it on your calendar, and it's non-negotiable. Don't fucking think about that electric car. In order for you to do the 120 miles an hour, which you need to, you need the juice. This is where the juice comes from.
Okay.
One long weekend, once a month. So once a month, you say, I'm going to do something fun. Go to Napa, go to, I don't know, do you ski or snowboard?
No, I don't. Mountain bike.
Go mountain biking, fantastic. Do whatever pleases you.
All right.
Long time. More than a day. Once a month. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or however you want to structure it, or it can be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
3 consecutive days of just recharge. Okay?
Yeah.
That's Dr. Borino prescription. Don't fuck me over on this. It's so easy to cheat, and I understand where you're coming from. You're passionate, you want to serve clients, you're ambitious. I get it. But trust me, the time you're going to spend recharging will pay off handsomely.
Yeah. It always does all the time. Yeah, you go on vacations, you get stuff.
Right? And then you come back, but you're full of life, you're full of ideas, you're full of energy. True?
Of course.
All right. Now, here is what we're going to do on these days. Next, I'm going to connect it. Hold on a second. You're going to get an assistant. Because that's a lot of the burnout comes from doing bullshit work. The stuff that costs $20 an hour or $15 or $12 an hour, you can be doing. Your time is worth a couple $100 an hour.
Like, I hate doing that, writing letters. My assistant would always do that stuff, putting mailers together. I hate that stuff. And now I got to do it.
And that's, again, where the burnout comes from. You doing shit you don't like doing. Dude, if I take over, even for a day, accounting of my company, we're bankrupt in 30 days. Guaranteed. There's nothing I hate more than like numbers and taxes and checks. And I would go ballistic.
Yeah.
I'm no good at this, so we have an accountant, and my assistant communicates with our accounting firm and all that. We got people for that. And I gladly pay whatever it costs us, I don't know, a few $100 a month, to get that shit done. Because I know that if I touch that, forget it.
It's done, yeah.
Right? And it's not my job. I'm no good at it, don't want to do it. It's not productive. This is not dollar time for me.
Correct.
Okay. So you're going to hire an assistant immediately. Now, here's who you're going to hire. Doesn't have to be a real estate license. You don't want somebody who wants to become an agent or was an agent. That's a no-no. You want to hire an employee.
Okay.
Okay? You're going to hire strictly on personality. You don't care how many words per minute they type. You don't care about technical skills, education, background. None of that matters. Because I can train my 14-year-old to do about 90% of that work. True or false?
Yeah, that's true.
Checklist everything. Procedure everything. Build a big manual. Can be electronic, like on Google Docs, or it can be manual. We actually had manual with binders. So let's say we had a procedure. New listing coming in. What are the steps? Let's get the new listing binder. Step 1, step 2, order for sale sign, put on the lockbox, get spare keys from the seller, input in the MLS, take care of, and you just go down the list.
Okay.
So you're going to hire on personality. Here are the important traits you're looking for. Somebody who's nice, somebody who follows directions, somebody who's diligent, somebody who can be trusted, somebody who will represent you well in front of your clients. That means they have to look the part, they have to be articulate, and somewhat intelligent. Bonus, I don't know if you work Hispanic market, if they speak Spanish. My system was fluent in Spanish. Because I know 6 words in Spanish, 4 of those are really bad.
Yeah, right.
Right? So that's a bonus. But that's what you have, because you're going to train them on the skill part. That's why you want somebody who can follow instructions, who is diligent, who pays attention to details. You don't want somebody who's an ambitious salesperson who wants to become an agent. That's the worst. Because they're just like you and I. We go 300 miles an hour and we don't pay attention to details.
Yeah.
So you want the opposite. You're going to pay them hourly salary. You're going to give them some bonuses. If they bring a deal or if you have a good month, you take them to dinner. Like I take my staff out a lot just to treat them, to show them appreciation, all that stuff.
Okay.
Be ready. They're going to stay for maybe 2 years. It's a transitional position.
Yeah.
They come and go. It's not the most glamorous or interesting job. Maybe if they stay longer, they like you or they like the job, great. I was lucky with assistants. My first real estate assistant stayed with me for like 4 years. She was awesome. My main assistant, I have several now, but Roseanne's been with me for like 5 or 6 years now. She's awesome. I can't run the company without her. So You're going to put an ad. You're going to put the word out that you're looking, pay them fair, give them some bonuses, train them, supervise them, make sure they don't get stressed out, communicate with them, which is hard because we're all busy. Get one immediately.
Okay.
Okay? Helpful?
Yeah, no, the guys at my office, I mean, the ones that have assistants are definitely, they bring in the bucks, man. They do really good volume.
Because you're going to be able to do two things. Thing number one you're going to do is focus on where the money is. Where is the money? Getting good leads, following up with leads you have, doing open houses, go preview property, talking to expired listings, negotiating contracts, doing listing presentations, closing deals, negotiating buyers, sellers. That's where the money is.
Okay. Not
in you running copies and making flyers and going to sellers, sign this. That's bullshit.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Even better investment of your time, go read a book. Go to a seminar. Go hike. Go ride a bike.
Yeah.
Because you're recharging while she's in the office typing, answering emails.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. She will take over things like some of your follow-up can be done automatically. What do you use? What CRM are you on?
I'm on Contactually.
Okay, good. That's a very robust platform. Yeah. Train your system. Here's how we use it. This is what you need to do. Here's how the emails work. Here's how the texts work. All of that.
Okay.
A big chunk of your follow-up can be taken over. Social media can be taken over. A lot of it.
Yeah, since I got rid of my assistant, a lot of that stuff, like I'm not good at social media at all. I can care less for it, but she used to kind of do that.
Mm-hmm.
She do a lot of those mundane things that I never really did at all,
All right, here's a Borino advice that will be worth several $100,000 to you. Get good on social media. Nobody gives a shit whether you like it, you're good at it or not, doesn't matter. It works like motherfucker. Yeah. Social media today is your ability to have your own television channel 20 years ago. Imagine you were a real estate agent 20 years ago and you had your own real estate channel on television. Yeah. How much exposure and money would that bring you?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. Yeah. Small ad, 30-second ad would cost you anywhere between $200 and $500 per air. Okay. You can do that today for free. So I appreciate you're not into social media. It's a big time waster if you're into like looking at what people had for dinner. Fuck that. Who wants to see that? Yeah. But it is phenomenal to build the relationships. It is super powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone in leads off social media, or actually buyers and sellers. But my assistant used to post all that stuff.
Exactly. You're going to post things like, hey, I'm at Big Bear riding my bike, or I'm in the mountains hiking. You must do that.
Okay.
3/4 of your posts need to be about Louis, the person, the guy.
Yeah.
1 needs to be about Louis, the realtor.
Okay.
All right. Okay? Because people will appreciate, resonate, and connect with Louis, the guy, before they want to hear about Louis, the realtor.
Yeah.
All right. That's the secret to social media. Do it a lot. We now post 2 to 3 times a day. I do video lives. You've probably seen some of them.
Yeah, I see them. I get them. I get the little thing.
Yeah.
So.
Because it works. Because it resonates with people. Last night, I was broadcasting from our den drinking wine.
Yeah.
The moment we hit the broadcast, 300 people watched that shit.
Yeah. All right. I know. I got to do that. I got to do that.
So that's your homework. I'm writing it down for you. You're going to get an assistant and you're going to get on social media. You got to figure out 3 channels. Facebook, number 1, personal account. Don't worry about the business. I mean, you can post there, but it doesn't get much visibility. Your personal one is the most interesting one. Grow it. Grow it like crazy. Everybody needs to be your friend because everybody is a potential client or they know somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. That's number 1. Instagram, number 2, pretty pictures, dinners, friends, fun.
All right. I need
a little bit of real estate.
Instagram. I don't have any Instagram, but it's all right.
You gotta figure it out. Dude, I had to figure it out. When I started this, we started doing this because I started paying attention and some people around me are doing it. I'm like, holy shit, there's got to be something to it. My wife has a very successful staging company. She's been doing it and growing like crazy. So I'm like, holy fuck, I got to catch up.
All right.
I doubled my number of followers on Instagram in like 40 days.
All right. I got to do
No
that.
rocket science.
Yeah.
I don't look too much on other people's shit, but I post like a motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have a brother-in-law that he works in like a social media platform in downtown LA, and he gets hired by all LinkedIn, these just large companies, and that's what he does, social media for them. And he always tells me, "Hey, you got to get on social media, man. What are you waiting for?" He's working with Compass, he's worked with Keller Williams, and he's now doing that for them. And he's like, "Dude, let me like help you do that and brand yourself somewhat." And I said, we'll think about it. But I don't know.
think about it. Just do it.
I'm
And I
just
tell you, the most powerful thing you can do is start doing videos.
yeah. I guess I've always just been embarrassed, like the way I look, the way I act, the way it's like all that stuff. So
Louis, look at me. Look at me. With this face, I have 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, 35,000 subscribers on Facebook with this face. Trust me, nobody gives a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about pretty looks. You're not like Kardashians. Their platform is built on different principles.
Yeah.
You want to connect with people as a human being, a professional, somebody who helps people, who's cool, and this is key, who is interesting.
Yeah. All right. I live a pretty interesting life. So.
Oh, no question about it, dude. Are you kidding me? You go hiking, you go mountain biking, you go to Europe. Fuck that. Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. You have plenty to share and people would eat it up. It's interesting. It's fun. Here's why. Most of your prospects and clients are people who have a 9-to-5 job of some type, right?
Correct.
They spend Monday through Friday sitting behind some boring desk, doing some boring job for some boring boss, and they're looking for escape. They're looking for distraction. Now, you can't watch television at work in most cases.
Yeah.
You sure can sneak on your smartphone and check out what's Louis up to on Instagram.
Yeah. All right.
Make sense?
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah. I gotta get on that.
So you're going to get on it. So number 6 is social media. And then number 7, the final step is big vacation. We're planning 2. We're going to go to Europe again to see my family and take the kids.
Yeah.
But here's a good one. This one I'm really excited about. I have a couple of friends. There's 4 of us plus me, 5, who ride motorcycles. And we do one big trip a year. It's usually 3 weeks. We ride bikes. One way or another across the states. We usually spend, riding for 3 weeks, about 3,000 miles. Next year, we're going to Patagonia, Chile, and Argentina.
Yeah. That's very nice.
Really excited. So what I want you to find is your Patagonia.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I already know what it is. Yeah, I already know what it is.
Here's what I would like you to do. Book it.
Yeah. Well, that's a long time. It takes at least 4 months for me to do that.
If nothing else, just put it on your calendar. Where am I going to go? When? And what am I going to do? Now, from a technical standpoint, because you're going to be taking more time off, first, you're going to have an assistant on hand who's going to cover a lot of that time. Second, if you don't have it already, set up a system. One system we use when we're closed, like we're not open on weekends, is we use an answering service, which is a live person. The company we use, I don't get paid by them, so do your due diligence, but we use Pat Live, P-A-T-Y, Pat Live. You give them most frequent questions people ask, you give them scripts, and then a live person will answer the phone and answer the rudimentary questions, and then they will pass on the message to you.
Okay.
Okay? Right. So on the days you're not there, now here's what I would do, like with my sellers. I would say, we will be talking once a week. Every Thursday afternoon, your time slot is 4:15, your phone will ring. It'll be me personally giving you an update what's going on.
Yeah, I do that. I tell people what do they prefer.
Perfect.
We'll get it down to that.
Always talk to them. Always have a conversation. Even if they say email, I would still fire off an email, but quick hello. Unless they say don't call me. That's fine. I respect that. But you tell them Monday is my day off. I am not available Monday. My assistant, Susie, is. And if we're not in the office, there's an answering service that will pick up the message and they will get hold of me.
Okay.
So you preemptive, make sure they understand. I cannot, like I know on the weekend I can get hold of my attorney.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, definitely makes sense.
She made it very clear at the beginning when we set up the relationship, Saturday, Sunday, not in the, and even if I call the office, I never get her on the phone.
Yeah, it's going to be someone else.
It's going to be somebody else, just like a doctor's office, same thing. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So these are your 7 things, my friend. You do these 7 things, you put a plan together. That's way more than 250,000 in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a good amount of money.
Because you're in a market, dude, where pretty nice high price range, a lot of demand, vibrant market. People come and go all the time.
Yeah, it's constant. It's constantly moving. We're in a good market out here.
And it's nice that you have the suburban model where you can hit a neighborhood fairly quickly, where they're not like rural areas, properties spread out, huge.
No, it's pretty. I usually go from Yorba Linda, Anaheim Hills, Irvine. I'm always kind of putting deals together in that little realm, which everything pretty much there is always $1 million plus.
Yeah, that is great. Was this helpful?
Yeah, definitely.
Did we cover all this? Do you feel like?
I think so. I think I really do need, if I can do well, I would say all of those, but if I can do 3 of those things really, really good, or 4, let's say, if I can get the social media on there, get the assistant, like the plan, the number 2, and honestly, I have a dream list, but not to the point where it's, I dream big, I dream like, okay, I'll just do this. And I got to dream a lot bigger. Like you said, I got to be like, whoa, man, this is some cool
where
stuff.
the real money is? Here and here. And you're going to avoid it like a plague. You're going to try to find excuses why not to do it.
Yeah.
You don't want to get burned out. Speaking from personal experience, I've had several burnouts because I'm like you, I'm driven. I love helping you guys, working with you. It's not about the money anymore as much as it is about accomplishment, and my accomplishment comes through you guys.
Yeah.
You must recharge.
Okay.
You must give that engine a chance to cool off, reset. It would be like riding a mountain bike for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing now.
Okay.
And here is the warning. And again, I'm speaking from experience. If you don't listen now, your mind and your body will figure out a way to communicate that to you.
Yeah.
That's where injuries come from. That's where disease comes from. That's where physical trouble comes from. It's just a further manifestation until you pay attention.
Okay.
And again,
don't want that.
Been there, done that. So exactly.
Okay.
Do it now when it's no big deal.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I would like you to do is commit to all 7.
All right. Yeah, I can do that.
I know you can. The issue is not whether you can or not. The issue is, will you commit to all 7? That's the question. And you have the answer. Because right now, your brain is already processing. You already made a decision. The process you're going to go through is not deciding yes, all 7 or no. Is to get comfortable with that decision.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Yeah. No, I gotta be comfortable with all that stuff.
You're not going to be comfortable with this at all. Most of this will actually not be very comfortable at first, but it is necessary.
Yeah.
We're not here talking about comfort. We're here talking about achievement that's balanced.
Okay.
So you don't get burned out. You don't get caught up in some health issues, mental issues, whatever.
Yeah.
You're enjoying the process. This is a way to enjoy it while still being very productive, very competitive, and taking it a lot further. Because I suspect that you and I will have a conversation not that far off in the future. Well, that number is going to change.
Okay.
And what got you here is not going to get you to that next number. The process is different because what got you here is you know how to lead generate, you know how to follow up, you know how to take listings. Getting better in those 3 will not make you $1 million.
Yeah.
It's a different process, but we need to get this in place first. That's the platform. Then we can build if you want.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah. Sounds good, Borino. I appreciate it, man.
No worries, Liz. Helpful?
Yeah, definitely very helpful. So I appreciate it. I do listen to a lot of your videos, and they have helped me a lot. And now I'm in front of the man. So
I really enjoy chatting with people like you, and I tell you why. You are somebody who gets this and who will take it and implement. It breaks my heart. And it's funny because I've done these so many. I mean, I've done thousands of these sessions now.
Correct.
I can tell fairly quickly whether I'm talking to somebody who's going to grab the ball and run with it or drop it.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with years in the business or background or any of that. It's more about this passion and drive and energy and their desire, and you have that. So I have high hopes for you.
I appreciate
Don't
it.
you fucking let me down now.
No, man, we're gonna go and run with it. I'm gonna try and do the best, even though I'm uncomfortable at some of those stuff. I'm gonna try and do as best as I can.
You've got to be uncomfortable, man. That's like when you want to achieve sports, mountain biking, money. You got to get out of that comfort zone because that's the most dangerous place to be when you start becoming complacent.
Yeah.
And I need to push you and inspire you and nudge you, not just you, but everybody who says, I want more, because there is so much more to be had.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I appreciate it.
Good time.
Hopefully we'll talk again.
Looking forward to it.
All right, man. Thanks a
Bye,
lot.
Liz. Have a good one.
Okay, man. All right. Take care.